Oggi inizia un convegno che dura 3 giorni, internazionale, organizzato dal Centro Studi Politici Hannah Arendt, che io dirigo. Quest'anno sono i 50 anni dalla morte della celebre filosofa e noi ogni anno organizziamo in realtà a fine anno accademico un convegno, e quest'anno il convegno ha come tema la cura per la democrazia. Che cosa possiamo fare noi filosofe della politica per capire come curare la democrazia in un momento di grave crisi come quello attuale. Quindi tra i vari ospiti che vengono dagli Stati Uniti, dal Canada e anche da Israele, purtroppo l'ospite da Israele dovrà connettersi via Zoom perché non ha avuto la possibilità di lasciare il paese, affronteremo queste tematiche. E oggi la lezione iniziale, diciamo la lezione inaugurale, è fatta dalla professoressa Marcy Shore, che è un'esperta di Est Europa e ha scritto questo libro molto importante che io ho tradotto in italiano, La notte ucraina, che parla delle vicende di Euromaidan tra il 2013 e il 2014.
The decision to leave Yale was really very long and complex and gradual. I've loved teaching at Yale. It's a wonderful place to teach. But I also thought it would be a good time for a mid-career change. The Monk School at the University of Toronto was specifically created by this remarkable woman named Janice Stein, who is in her 80s and still going strong and deserves a whole feminist profile of her own, as an interdisciplinary institute that would cultivate academic scholarship that was simultaneously engagé and public-facing. And then after the election, I was certain I didn't want to bring my children back to what was coming in the States. I was very reluctant to stay in 2016. You know, my impulse the day after the election in 2016 was to leave. And then I looked at my students who I had thought would not come to class the next day because the world had just ended. And I got to that class on that Wednesday in 2016, and all my students were there, and they were there early, and they were waiting for me with these bloodshot eyes. And the first one who spoke said, "Professor Shore, is it going to be okay?" And I couldn't say yes. I knew very well it was not going to be okay. I did not know what was going to happen, but I knew it was not going to be okay. But that was the moment that I felt like it was important that I was there with them and that we were there together. After that day, the day after the election, 2016, I changed all my teaching plans for the next year. You know, and in fact, one of the things I did was I thought, we're all going to go back. We're going to read Origins of Totalitarianism from the beginning to the end. We're going to read Viktor Klemper. We're going to read Czesław Miłosz. We're going to read the classics of totalitarianism. And I'm going to try to help give them concepts to process what's going on around them. And that in some ways is what, you know, I spent the 8 years between 2016 and 2024 doing.